Hi guys, welcome to Mario Master 101.
Dango Productions Company.
So welcome to Mario Master 101. This is going to be a pretty short video, I think. I don't really know. Okay, but basically what I want to do is I want to make a new series where what I do is I watch a movie in theaters, and after I do that, I make a video on my thoughts on it. So, like 2 days ago at this point, I saw Wicked for Good. Yesterday I uploaded the Super Mario Kart track ranking. I was gonna upload it Sunday, but then we got into issues. You might be wondering, why do you use Ghost Valley 2 footage? It's because I forgot. I accidentally used the wrong footage, but who even cares? Those tracks are so similar. I recorded what I said about Ghost Valley 2 already before any of that. Who even really cares? Okay, but anyway, here we go. Today I will be telling you my thoughts on Wicked for Good. Also, I'm kind of just sitting in my bed right now, or no, I'm not sitting actually. I'm lying down in my bed. Yes, I'm laying down in my bed. Okay, but anyway, it's like 8 a.m. right now. Anyway, Wicked for Good was really good in my opinion. A lot of people, I remember a lot of people said that Wicked for Good might not be good, but I think it was really freaking good. But let's get into it. Okay, so my personal favorite. Oh, also, before I say anything else, spoilers. Obviously, you probably already came into this video expecting spoilers. If you didn't expect spoilers, click off right now, because if you're planning on watching this movie and you don't want spoiled and you don't need to real spoilers, get off this video right now, because I'm gonna dive into quite a bit of stuff. Okay, so basically, my favorite thing about the Wicked movies is the fact that it ties into The Wizard of Oz. I personally like how we get backstory to The Wizard of Oz, which the first movie gave us backstory to, the original, but it was more so like we were figuring out why she was evil, and that's all I really thought it was going to be in the first. And, like, obviously how Glinda and Elphaba meet, but I mean, that's obvious. But also, another one of my favorite things in Wicked number one is the music, which I do think Wicked Part 1 has better music than Wicked for Good, if I had to say. Um, like, when my least favorite song from your movie is Popular, you're gonna be popular. That's how you freaking know you have a fantastic soundtrack. That song is still like an 8 out of 10. A lot of people say Sentimental Man is the worst. I'll be honest, I don't really remember that. That might be the worst if I re-listen to it. My favorite one is It's Time to Try to Find Gravity. My second favorite is probably One Short Day in the Emerald City. One short day. Do 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 do. Okay. Anyway, basically, Wicked for Good though actually expands on more than just the backstory. We even see Dorothy, we see Tin Man, we see Scarecrow. Dude, the fact that the guy turns into the Tin Man because Elphaba's sister does magic and that turns him into the Tin Man, that's legitimately something I did not expect. I did not expect the fact that he was going to turn into the Tin Man. I thought the Tin Man was going to be a different character. Oh, and also I should probably say, I have never seen the actual musical of Wicked. I first heard about Wicked knowing the originals in theaters, and I'm like, oh, cool, a backstory to the Wizard of Oz and all of that. That seems cool. Yeah, I watched both movies in theaters. I watched the original movie in theaters too. I liked it quite a bit. Yeah, I'd probably give it like a 8 out of 10, maybe. I don't really know. Probably an 8. I'd say it's really good. The original part of Wicked anyway. I'll get into Wicked for Good's rating later. I just have more stuff to say though. Another thing I didn't expect Dorothy's red shoes to actually belong to Elphaba's dead sister, because Elphaba's sister gets crushed by a house, and Glinda's just like, "Hey Dorothy, you want these shoes that Elphaba's dead sister was wearing because Elphaba did a spell, and then she got red shoes, but then she died because a house crushed her, and because I don't remember, I can't think of her name right now, but like that one girl, that I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so there's the Wizard of Oz, and there's this girl who was a teacher, and uh, basically she convinced Elphaba that her sister was dying, and then she actually ended up dying, and then yeah, so she ended up dying. And another thing in this movie that I think is wild is that the fact that when you watch the movie, you realize that Elphaba is the Wizard of Oz's daughter. Somehow, because he gets a potion and he sees the potion and then he gets memories of his wife and then he realizes, because like at this point everybody, because like at this point Elphaba's dead, so everyone's like, oh my gosh, no, so Wizard of Oz is like, oh my gosh, I massively screwed up. Elphaba is my daughter, because he was part of the reason why Elphaba died. Yeah, Elphaba died. Or yeah, Elphaba, she totally died. Definitely, totally not gonna talk about something later. Um, and yeah, so then Glinda's like, well, now you know that your daughter's dead and you were a huge part of this. So now you will be leaving Oz. And he's like, but what am I going to do? Because everybody thinks I'm the most powerful person. And even if I were to tell them that I'm not, they're still going to think I'm the most powerful person. And all this blarney, when I first heard blarney, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. Basically, there's a show I watch, like, okay, so I wait for SpongeBob to get on TV sometimes, and then sometimes The Loud House is on, the thought of Blarney, because it's a long story. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to talk about that show right now. I don't really even like the show. I just watch it's just SpongeBob. Okay, but basically, what else? Uh, also, crap, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Um, So then he leaves, and then plot twist of the century. So y'all thought Elphaba was dead, right? Plot twist of the century. You know, literally, who goes, I'm melting, I'm melting. What a world, what a world. It's the biggest plot twist in all of animation history. Is not this. This is a live action movie, but I'm gonna be honest. This is the biggest plot twist in any movie I've ever seen. I used to think King Candy and Turbo was the craziest, but at least with Turbo being King Candy, the movie is like less than 2 hours long. You didn't have to wait that long, like probably like an hour and 40 minutes max. Here, remember the Wizard of Oz movie? Yeah, this ties into that. Elphaba is not dead. Elphaba pretends to die. She's not actually dead, which means the entire time the I'm melting, what a world was just a con to make everybody think that Elphaba was dead. She's not actually dead. And then Glinda, because Elphaba and Glinda before this moment they sing a song, because I knew you, because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. I freaking love I love that song. That song's amazing. But basically, I remember watching that in theaters. I was like, my gosh, this is real. This is real. I can't freaking believe the wizards. Because like everybody at this point thinks she's evil. She's evil for like a little bit, I guess, because she's like no good deed goes unpunished. But like later on, she's like, okay, I'm actually not evil anymore. Uh, but she tries to pretend like she's evil for basically the entire movie until like the very end. And so then Dorothy quote unquote kills her, even though I just said she's not dead, and she's not dead, but everybody thinks she's dead, except for the man that Elphaba goes with. Because at the end of the movie, they like go on the sand and they leave, but Glinda thinks Elphaba is dead because Elphaba doesn't tell anyone other than the guy that she's with that she's alive. And she also makes Glinda promise not to convince anyone that she's good because, like, at this point, she's like, you know what? I'm just gonna pretend like I'm evil. I'm gonna get this over with, and then I'm gonna leave and never see anyone ever again except this guy, which honestly is kind of sad in my opinion. But I mean, hey, it's a movie, and a lot of movies are sad nowadays. Uh, but another thing that I like is that Glinda, like when everyone's like the witch, like wait, they're like the Wicked Witch is dead. The Wicked Witch is dead. Then one of the kids, or I don't even remember if it was a kid, but someone was like, "Hey, Glinda, was it true that you were friends with Elphaba?" And then she's like, "Yeah, I was friends." And if you watch the original Wicked movie, like at the very beginning, the exact same thing happens. So basically, it's like a movie loop, like, you know, YouTube Shorts, when it goes like, but now you know, if you were to like stop watching Wicked for Good at that moment and turn on Wicked Part 1, it would be a constant loop, but that's not where it ends. Because she's then like, well, everyone is actually welcome, because I forgot to mention this, but in the movie, the Munchkins and the animals, they have to leave Oz. They're all forced to leave Oz. Elphaba tries to get them to come back, and then this lion comes, and the lion's like, "Don't listen to her! I was in a cage and she let me go, but now something bad happened to me! Don't listen to her!" And then, guess what? That lion is actually the cowardly lion in The Wizard of Oz, which I think is crazy. Yeah, I think it's crazy because, like, he is the lion this entire time. He's the lion in the Wizard of Oz movie, and he doesn't have any courage because he's scared now, which I think is insane. Uh, I mean, it's not insane how he's scared now, but like it's insane how he becomes the cowardly lion. Yeah, like my personal favorite part about the Wicked franchise as a whole is the fact that they are backstories to the Wizard of Oz. You know, I love the music and everything else, but in my opinion, that's just the extremely yummy appetizer on top of the backstory main course meal. Like, the appetizer is really good, don't get me wrong. It's like the best appetizer you'll ever have in your entire life, but it still is an appetizer at the end of the day. For me, the main thing is the backstory. And I feel like the first one, you know, I thought it had really good backstory when I first watched it. I was like, my goodness, Wicked Part 1 has like the best backstory. Wicked for Good has a better backstory in basically every way, but also the first one is pretty important too, and they're pretty good movies. For me, they basically do go hand in hand. They're essentially equal. Personally, if you ask me like which movie I prefer, I am going to answer Wicked for Good because I think it has more backstory, but also like the first one has better music in my opinion, and also it has a whole bunch of good moments. It starts everything, and like part two builds off of that. It's kind of like part two should be better because, like, imagine it's a musical, right? Act one, apparently, Wicked Part One and Wicked for Good are actually like the same thing. It's just they put it into two parts because they didn't want you guys to have to watch over a 6 hour movie, which honestly is fair. Uh so I guess the second part kind of has to be better. And I do like the second part more, but I still really like the first part. Like the more I think about it, the more the first part I do really like the first part. Like I love Wicked Part 1. Wicked for Good is just a little bit better. I'll probably give like the original. The main thing with the original Wicked is I kind of feel like Glinda was kind of like annoying, but Wicked for Good, she's not that annoying at all. I mean, there is one moment where she hates Elphaba because the Wizard of Oz gets captured, and Elphaba and Glinda's boyfriend, or was going to be her boyfriend, he and Elphaba trap the Wizard of Oz, and then Glinda comes and she's like, she has no context of what's happening, so she thinks they trapped him, and she doesn't even know why they trapped him. So she ends up getting mad at Elphaba, and also there's this moment in Wicked for Good where like it's trippy, man. Like Glinda goes to a mirror, and then it ends up reflecting on the other mirror, and then that side she ends up walking, and then it goes up, I think, and then up it like she keeps walking. I'm like, how do you do that? How do you even do that? I'm not even like I'm not even talking about like how you decided to like write the script or anything or the song or any of that, but like how do you even film that? Like you're up and then like I have no clue how you're supposed to film that. I really hope somebody who like graduated film school or something finds this video and comes to this part and tells me how, because like this is legitimately that might I don't even know. Wicked for Good is just too good. Wicked for Good might actually be the best movie I've seen this year, even though I haven't really seen any movies this year. It's better than Plankton the movie. Yeah, who would have guessed? It's better than Plankton the movie. I actually thought Plankton was fine. I don't really have any incentive to watch it again, like honestly. Wicked for Good. I mean, it's over 2 hours long, so I don't know if I am gonna watch it again. But it's just like Wicked for Good is a very good movie, and also, there's a part of the movie where they end up doing a slap fight, which I think is crazy. So basically, Glinda's like, well, you're well, I can't even think right now. I'm thinking this movie's too good. But she's like, "Oh yeah, your sister." Oh wait, no, it was about the boyfriend, and she was like, "Your boyfriend never loved." When yeah, Elphaba's like, "Your boyfriend never loved you." And then Glinda slaps Elphaba, and then Elphaba's like, um, "Do you feel better?" And then Elphaba slaps Glinda, then Glinda slaps Elphaba, then wait, I just said Glinda slaps Elphaba. Then Elphaba slaps Glinda, and it's just a whole slap fest. And overall, this movie is really freaking good. This is like my favorite. This is easily my favorite musical movie. I haven't really seen many musical movies, despite me being a musical student. Like Wicked and what? Sing? Sing. Yeah, I've seen Sing. Honestly, I am a very big fan of Sing. Sing is like one of my all-time favorite Illumination movies. But I feel like Wicked for Good is better than Sing and Sing 2. Um, just the entire concept and how it ties back into the Wizard of Oz. That's my favorite part. I just love seeing backstory for villains or whatever to see why, or even heroes, like the Super Mario Bros. Movie is a backstory. Klaus is a Santa backstory. Sonic the Hedgehog is Sonic's backstory. I'm starting to realize a lot of my favorite movies are backstories, which makes sense. I mean, I love backstories. I love seeing how characters came to be. Some of my favorite movies are backstories. Freebirds is technically the backstory to Thanksgiving, and that's my all-time favorite movie. Freebirds is, in my opinion, like the best movie ever made, and it's honestly it's not even close. Like I love Freebirds more than like any movie except uh not really. I don't really love it more than every other movie by far. It's just the most entertaining. I don't know. It's just I watch Freebird whenever Freebirds is on. I give like my full undivided attention to it, and I could watch it every single day for the rest of my life without ever getting tired. Like honestly, I might watch Freebirds today. I don't know. I just feel like watching Freebirds right now. I'm gonna be straight up honest. Wicked for Your Good is probably like a better actual, movie though. Anyway, Wicked for Good. Let's just get back to that masterpiece. Wicked for Good is, in my opinion, like one of the actual best movies I've ever seen, and definitely one of the best movies I've seen this year. Everything about it is really good. The songs aren't as good as the first, I guess, but they're still really good. Like, because I knew you, because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And honestly, there's probably a lot more stuff about Wicked for Good that I'm forgetting. It's just a phenomenal movie. I still have some popcorn left over because I ordered a large popcorn because I was like, hey, if the movie is long, I'll probably be able to finish this. I finished like half of it. Also, I went to see Wicked for Good with a friend of mine. I'm not going to say their name because I didn't get permission to, and I was thinking about asking them when I was seeing them at the theater, and then I was like, you know what, yeah, I feel like that would be a very awkward question to ask. So I'm just not gonna ask. I'm not gonna say her name. But she is a very nice person. We talked on Snapchat, and yeah. Anyway, Wicked for Good is, in my opinion, my favorite musical movie, and maybe in like my top 30 movies like ever. Honestly, it is really good. Wicked for Good, in my opinion, is a 10 out of 10. Like it is in my opinion better than the original. The original has better music, and you might like the original. I don't Both are peak though. Okay, so basically it's kind of like a Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2 situation. I know that seems weird. Why are you mentioning Super Mario Galaxy right now? Super Mario Galaxy 1 has the better story. Super Mario Galaxy 2 has the better gameplay. I like Galaxy 2 more because personally, I like gameplay more than I like story for video games. But for the case of movies, Wicked Part 1 has the better songs. Wicked for Good has the better plot. And since I like plot more than I like songs, Wicked for Good, in my opinion, is better. But if you like the music more in Wicked, you'll probably like Wicked Part 1 more. Same as the Super Mario Galaxy games. So that's why I compared them to Super Mario Galaxy. Overall, though, Wicked for Good is extremely good. It's still in theaters. Honestly, I'd gladly watch it again if you want to watch it again, or if you have never watched it. I will recommend you watch Wicked Part 1 first because you might be lost. I'm really glad that I watched both movies in theaters. Like, both movies are really freaking good. I consider myself like blessed. Like, thank you God for letting me watch Wicked Part 1 and Wicked for Good. Like, this is incredible. I love both Wicked movies. They work hand in hand so well. Sadly, there's not going to be a Wicked 3, I don't think, because it's a two-part musical. I love Wicked too much, though. I guess I consumed all of the Wicked movie content. I know a lot of people are obsessed over Wicked. I'm a pretty huge Wicked fan now, gotta be honest. I'd be down to watch the musical one day, maybe. Overall, Wicked for Good is just extremely good. It's really good. Anyway, you might be wondering, why did I even make this video? Because I love Wicked for Good, and is this gonna be a continuing series? Is this going to be a continuing series? The answer is yes. Basically, what I want to do is I want to, from now on, whenever I watch a movie in movie theaters, I end up making a video later on my thoughts on that movie. And then I feel like at the end of the day, I'm gonna compare it to the last movie I've watched in theaters and see which one I like more. This one I'm not comparing it to the last movie I've seen in theaters, because ironically, the last movie I've seen in theaters, I guess did because, well, no, actually, the last movie I've seen in theaters before now, I think was Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Wait, no, it was Fantastic Four, 2025. Uh, if I were to compare this to Fantastic Four 2025, Wicked Four Good is better in my opinion by a very long shot. I gave Fantastic Four 2025 like a 6 out of 10. It was good. This is a 10 out of 10. So I guess I compared it now. But the rest of the series, I'm now going to be comparing the next movie I see to Wicked for Good. And I'm just going to say right now, the next movie I see better be one of the best movies I see in my entire life, because the more I think about it, the more I love Wicked for Good, and the higher up it gets in my movies ranking. If you want to see my letterbox, I might honestly end up making a ranking of every movie I see in theaters for the series, or like making a ranking all of my thoughts of making a ranking of all of my thoughts videos, or no, make ranking every movie that I make my thoughts on video on. So yeah, overall, Wicked for Good is one of the best movies I've ever seen, especially musical movies. I love Wicked for Good. I could probably keep going, honestly. I bet if I tried, I could keep going for a long time, but we need to eventually end this. And yeah, I love Wicked, and I love Wicked for Good, and overall, these are two of the best movies I've ever seen, especially musical movies. Wicked for Good is one of my favorite movies ever, and I'll see you later. Goodbye. It's time to try defying gravity, because I knew you. Both songs are peak. I love both songs. Wicked and Wicked for Good are peak. I love Wicked for Good. Oh, and by the way, I was in a Wicked for Good musical, and I was like, "The wizard will see you now." Day, not musical, but I was in a singing performance where we sang some songs in high school. The wizard will see you now. One short day. Okay, I'm gonna actually stop now. I'm gonna stop now, but I want to end this video somehow. You're gonna be popular.
Everybody watches the vids, everybody loves the Minecraft clips. When it comes to the best channel, everybody knows what it is. This channel is the hottest. Don't agree, then file a disclaimer, or just join the bandwagon now and subscribe to Only One Gamer, cause Only One Gamer.
When it comes to videos, they got the highest.
Only One Gamer.
Minecraft clips, so you know they got it.
Only One Gamer.
So on the channel, you should subscribe.
Only One Gamer, yeah, it's Only One Gamer, yeah.